Hello everyone, today we got an update from the producer's letter from Nico himself, which is the senior producer, and he basically told us what to expect this year and what to expect next year. So here they just talk about, oh, they've added the treasure trove, they've added Blade Master, Battle Royale, blah 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 blah. However, what's interesting is down here. So as you can see here, as I mentioned above, we have plans to release the new third talent specialization for Destroyer and Assassin classes by the end of this year. So that is pretty insane. We're getting two new third class specializations. So the Destroyer and the Assassin are coming up next. This is really interesting because from what I heard from the Korean side, I thought the Summoner was coming out first. But if they're doing Destroyer and Assassin, then they're going by chronological order of when the classes were released, which means that the Summoner is about like the 6th or the 7th class that will come out for third specialization. But this is definitely great news for you Destroyers and you Assassins out there. I don't have any news on what the Destroyer third spec is or what the Assassin third spec is, but if you guys do have any information about it, or just let me know in the comment section below on what the third spec could be, because I'm interested to see what they do with it. For Destroyer, I'm thinking something like a more tankier type of class, or maybe a dual wielding sort of berserker type of class, which would be pretty cool. Assassin, I'm not sure. Assassin, I would like to have like a more shinobi type of assassin. Like you use ninja arts and you summon like shadow clones and stuff like that. Next thing is we're gonna get new dungeons, new raids, new equipment, obviously. And what they're also adding in is the new beginner mode. So the beginner mode is already out on Korea and it's pretty insane. They nerfed the dungeon significantly. However, when you do the dungeon in beginner mode, you do not get any loot. However, you do get completion credit. So for example, let's say that Drowning Deeps was in your daily challenge, and let's say that you're not geared enough to do Drowning Deeps. You can just simply hop into a beginner mode, and the final boss only has 14 million HP instead of his regular health pool, so you can basically DPS him to death without him actually going into phase. And by completing that, you will have completed your daily challenge for Drowning Deeps, which is very, very nice. The only downside to this is obviously there is no loot that drops, and there's no reward either. There's no gold reward, from what I hear. Do correct me if I'm wrong on that, but from what I've seen, I haven't seen any gold reward. There's another event that's currently going on in Korea that's very, very interesting as well. It's the new beginner version raids. So there are people doing Grand Celestial Emperor or Twilight Temple. The last boss only had like 100 million HP, so it significantly reduced HP. And basically, you didn't even have to go into phase. Like, people would just go in as DPS and straight up just kill the boss. And you get this event currency that let you upgrade your Twilight Temple accessories. So that event is definitely something I'm looking forward to, because it would be something to allow a lot of players to gear up very fast and gear your ults up very fast as well with TT gear, which is extremely, extremely strong. And you also get your soul shields, and as well as your achievements, so that you can actually purchase all your soul shields. So I'm definitely looking forward to those releases. We also get confirmation over here that we will be getting the new class in September, which is the Archer. So the Archer class will be coming out in September with the Trove. So if I were to guesstimate when the release date of the Destroyer and Assassin, I would say that both of these classes are probably going to come out in the Winter Trove together. It's going to give you two classes with third specs along with Trove. If I were running the company, I would do that, because then it would have a lot of incentive for people to spend money and gear up their classes quickly, as well as, build up some hype. So that's what I would do, but again, I might be wrong. And lastly, we also have over here that we have a new Blade and Soul producer called Sage, and she also mains Force Master on Blade and Soul. So I'm hoping that since she is a Force Master main, she might be more aware of all the issues the Force Master currently has, because the Force Master is not in the best position right now with the Awakening patch, especially Fire spec. And for people with high ping, you're kind of screwed because you have to play the Fire spec, because Ice spec is ping dependent. And if she is a Force Master main, I'm hoping that she'll notice a lot of the issues with the Awakening, and maybe we can get a couple fixes and make the class a little bit more bearable. But yeah, that's pretty much all the producer letter had to say. A lot of great news, just a little bit of bad news, but to be honest, we all expected Unreal Engine 4 to be delayed till next year. For those who didn't, well, now you know. But anyhow, that's all I wanted to talk about today. If this video helped, I would appreciate a subscribe, as it really does help out my channel. And as always, thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Bye.
What can I say except GOS?